Welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Cambo Campbell.
You give me a nickname every week,
Uh-huh.
but you never give yourself a nickname. So I'm Michael Cambo Campbell.
Nelson Big Dick Allingham.
I suspected as much.
Yeah. It's actually because I have a small penis, Cambo. And, it's like Biggie Smalls.
But you've got big dick energy.
I do have big dick energy.
Yeah.
Yes. Is there... I imagine, actually, small penised people would have more energy. You got to, I feel like, you know?
I'm not going to question it.
Yeah. I mean, I just theoretically.
Yeah.
I don't know, Cambo.
But that means if you happen upon, say, a friend of yours, say you're at a urinal, you glance over at your friend, they're pretty small, and they notice that you're looking and they're embarrassed. You go, no, congratulations on the extra energy.
Yeah, I appreciate the extra energy that you probably have.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you got a big dick, you're just like, don't need to put effort into this.
Yeah, if anything, it's weighing you down.
Yeah.
Literally weighing you down.
Yeah, low energy.
Yeah.
Kimber, let's get into it. Got a big episode today.
Great.
We don't. I've just always wanted to say that.
Yeah. You guys, you're not going to believe some of the stuff coming up.
Yeah.
I've had a look. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
You're going to be flabbergasted.
It is amazing. Okay, actually, I've just realized. Can I get back to my comment of big, like we've got a big show coming up? I'm trying to work out, have you ever heard that phrase while watching a show and been like, that was a big show at the end of it? Do you reckon that's ever been true? Has anybody been like, whoa, this was jam-packed. This episode in particular was jam-packed.
Yeah, I feel like if you've got a jam-packed show,
Yeah.
you maybe don't have time at
To
the
say
beginning.
that it's
But when you're trying to pad it, maybe you don't have that
Yeah.
much on, so you need to pad for a bit. So you
Yeah.
pad it by going, God, this one's a biggie.
Ugh,
It's a biggie.
Big show. Yeah, okay.
Anyway, big show.
Big show. This first Reddit on Reddit was by Yal I, and it was in the subreddit Crazy Ideas. At the Olympics, each country only gets to send one athlete that has to compete in all disciplines.
Yeah, great.
Is this, I think this is good?
Yep. Who would be, in your mind, I guess that hadn't even been the public eye, the best Australian all-rounder?
Oh, an all-rounder. Do you know what? Ash Barty,
Yep.
Australian tennis player.
Yep.
She's recently retired. That's a bummer. But we could bring her back for Solo Olympics, we'll call it. Sponsored by Solo.
Yeah. Or slow and
lemonade.
fizz so you can slam it down fast, brackets at the Olympics.
At the Olympics where you do all the things. Because I think she was world number one in tennis.
Yep.
Retired at the top of her career. By the way, smartest thing ever.
Yeah.
Anyone... Here's some advice to listeners. If you ever make it to number one of anything, quit. Immediately. Yeah. One day you get CEO, quit the next day. It's only downhill from there. You may as well quit. But she, prior to that, she was in Australian rules football, like the women's division, which, and so she just basically was like, oh, I'm pretty good at this, but might try tennis, and then was really good at it, became world number one. So I imagine, throw her into another sport.
Yeah.
She might...
I'm going to pitch one for you.
Yeah.
Cody Simpson. Cody Simpson started his career as a pop star.
Oh, okay.
Singing, dancing. I believe he dated Miley Cyrus.
Oh, okay.
Now, swimmer in the Olympics.
Oh, right.
Well, they're two distinct things, and he's quite good at both of them. What else this kid got?
Yeah. Maybe he can throw a shot put really far.
We'll send him to the Olympics. When that's done, we'll send him to Eurovision.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And then to the army.
Yeah.
Let's see how that works out.
I always
could be a one-man army.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Do you know what? That's what we should do. From now on, when wars are waged, only one person from each country.
Yeah.
And that's it. You have to concede afterwards.
Yeah, they're sent out as a representative.
Yeah. And you can't do... That person has to do everything, right? So, like, You could do it. You could fire a nuke, fire a missile. They have to create it themselves. Get in the jet, fly the plane, drop it on the one person, and then they win the war.
And like, okay, so if war is declared and one country, let's say Spain, say Spain and Australia for some reason, are at war.
Yeah, I do hate Spain, so that's good.
So Spain is like, all right, our representative is a nuclear scientist. So they're like, okay, they're clearly going for one strategy.
Yeah.
But our guy that we choose is like a psychopath killer.
Dave from Punchy.
If Dave from Punchy, because I imagine a bomb takes a while. Finds this guy before he finishes his bomb. He's got no chance.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, if we sent Dave from Punchy to Spain, the guy can't then use the nuke. Because if he has to kill Dave, he would have to nuke his own country.
That's
good. I think that's pretty smart in itself.
And if he nukes Australia while Dave from Punchy's in Spain, Dave from Punchy's still getting him.
He's still getting him. If anything, he knows where you are. Follow the trail.
The thing with Dave from Punchy being in Spain is he definitely wouldn't learn the language. So it would be a bit harder to find. Where I feel like the nuclear scientist might learn the language of their opposition.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Where's the scientist? I need to kill the scientist.
Yeah, that's true. That doesn't help our cause too much. But I think it's an effective method. Less deaths. And honestly, if we lost Dave from Punchy, nobody would really care. By the way, I should clarify, Dave from Punchy isn't a particular person. Because I've realized that maybe that sounds like
Trent. Wasn't there Trent from Punchy?
There was Trent from Punchy. Yeah, if you look on YouTube, Trent from Punchy, that's actually... just watch that video.
Trent from to be clear, Trent from Punchy, a real person. By which I mean I think it was a character.
Yeah, it was a character.
Dave from
very
Punchy
much could have been a real person.
But Dave from Punchy is a creation of our own and bears no resemblance to any other fictitious character, living or dead.
Get out of that one. Okay, back to this Olympic thing. We've solved wars. We've basically created world
accidentally
peace.
Solved wars on our way to perfecting the Olympics.
Who would you think? I'm going back to the wars. Who would you think? Which country do you think could send the most dangerous person? Like, which country would you have to watch out for? I think I've got it already.
What country is the guy who plays the mountain from Game of Thrones from?
Oh, yeah.
I think he might be Nordic. I think his name is Thor, in fact.
Maybe.
I'd be pretty scared if he was coming my way.
Yes, that is true. But I think he would be so confident in his, he's like, I'm just a big brute. I'm going to kill you. That I'd shoot him.
Yeah.
I'd have to create the gun again based on the rules that we've decided. I would have to create a gun. But then I reckon I could shoot him with it. We discussed this, I think, maybe last week or before. I don't know. Jackie Chan's a top contender.
Yeah.
Honestly, for the Olympics and for One Man Army.
But Jackie Chan in his movies doesn't kill.
He doesn't. But I mean, he would, though. Let's be honest.
In real life, he'd kill a man with his bands.
I almost want to meet Jackie Chan and try to see if I can get him to snap. Just to see how much destruction he would leave in his wake.
So you like? I guess you just be like, Bruce Lee was better.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Jackie Chan, you should have been in The Raid. The Raid's the best kung fu movie. Not you.
Yeah. I think whatever martial arts style you do is the worst martial arts style.
Hey, Jackie Chan, I think your American films are better than your Chinese films. Subtitles are bullshit.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. But yeah, chuck him in the Olympics too. He can do everything. Okay. How about this? Now we're in the Olympics. And we have to win every event.
Us two.
We're representing Australia.
They've let us. They're like Nelson Canberra duo. They can go in together.
Yeah, I've listened to their podcast. Yeah, they would be great at this. They've listened wrong, but but regardless, that's what has happened, and we're going.
They do this segment that's really funny called Really Good. Like, that's us, definitely us.
That's us. We're getting paid for this, right? How do you think you would go at a solo Olympics?
Bad. I mean, I think I can do all of the sports technically. Like I can swim.
Yeah.
It'd be a pretty slow one for me.
Yeah.
But I can do it.
Yeah, I could get there. Yeah.
We would have to divide and conquer. What do you want?
Here's my strategy.
Yeah.
I think.
Do you want the javelin?
Yeah, I'll go javelin.
All right. I can do the shooting ones.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be a better shooter for sure. Yeah. Although I've probably done more bow and arrow, maybe.
Okay, so you can do the archery.
So I'll do archery.
Yeah. What about weightlifting?
Weightlifting. I've been going to the gym a bit recently.
Okay, you can take the weightlifting.
So
And I'll take the ribbon routine.
you you are more I would say poetic with your body.
Yes,
is how
yeah.
I'd like to describe you. My strategy would actually be foam in all the ones that I know there'd be too much competition. Swimming, running,
Yeah.
all those ones. I let those guys tire themselves out.
We're both going to have to run in the baton relay.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but I think that we just kind of be like, whatever, we'll get last place for that because we're going to put so much effort into the ones that I feel like are a bit bizarre, like the skiing and shooting or something. You know, I feel like we put all our effort into that. I mean, that's Winter Olympics. Nobody cares about that. Let's be honest. It shouldn't even be called the Olympics. It should be called pathetic sports for pathetic people.
Some winter stuff.
Also, it's cold.
Some winter stuff that happens to be on.
Yeah. Do you reckon other countries, like, obviously, you much prefer Winter Olympics or, like, are more fond of it? Because in Australia, we have so little snow.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we still have people that represent us, but we have so little snow that I think we just don't care about.
If Australia was any good at the Winter Olympics, they'd love it.
Yeah.
Just like Australia loves the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
It's only because most of the countries that kick our ass every year aren't there.
Yeah.
We'll take you, Great Britain.
Yeah, exactly. We'll win the basketball.
Yeah. And then the only main Olympic sport people really give a shit about generally is swimming because Australia is quite good.
We're good there.
We're quite good at swimming for some reason.
Yeah,
Just
yeah. We're surrounded by water campers.
I think
it's how we get to other countries.
Nelson, you ignorant person. You meant to say we're girt by sea.
I often...
That's a deep cut joke, and if any Americans understood it, please email it.
I think that's why we're so good at swimming because we want to get other places and we need to swim there.
Yeah.
I think that's true. Which I find I find swimming such a boring sport to watch.
Yeah.
I'd much prefer somebody run because I feel like there's not as much of a comparison, right? When you see somebody run, you're like, I can run. I move frequently, walk every day. I understand how running that fast is an amazing achievement. Mm-hmm. But with swimming, it's like, like when I'm in a pool, I'm not really like trying to swim properly and stuff. I'm like, I sort of get it, but like it's hard to gauge speed so much when they're in water anyway. And so I'm like, I find it so boring. And it's the only thing they show basically in Australia from the Olympics. It's like 24/7 swimming because we're in every freaking event.
The news would be like, we won 3 gold medals in swimming today. And in other news, there was some other sports.
Yeah. Also some other stuff. Yeah. So, anywho, divide and conquer. I say. So, what are the weird Olympic sports you reckon that we could win? Water polo. Nobody's playing water polo.
Yeah, water polo.
I reckon if we put in a bit more effort into that.
Yeah. Do they do like what's it called, like dressage?
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, like horse.
Yeah.
Horse. That's good. You could be all right at that.
Yeah.
And see that's a good one because if you've got one person, like let's say if it was just me and I was chosen, I've got no idea how to ride a horse. Mm-hmm. So if you got in there and all the other solo competitors had no idea how to ride a horse, you got all those gold medals. That's good. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Is there a Excel, Microsoft Excel category.
That's actually held before the Olympics, and you find the most efficiencies for running the Olympic Games.
Yeah. These are all the group stages and the heats, and it's I'll do that.
And then they give you a gold medal, and they say, obviously, this won't be televised. And you say, I completely understand.
Yeah, and it's chocolate, actually. You can unwrap your gold medal. Okay, let's move on into Ask Reddit.
Ask Reddit.
This Ask Reddit was cross-posted to us by Avent Cardigan, but it was originally by Deleted.
They're getting around Reddit, aren't they? Deleted.
Yeah, they're. I think they're going for the high score of most posts. Also, just
controversial posts as well.
Also, just quick side note, after I mentioned a couple of weeks ago about forgetting to read the subreddit and finally going through and stuff, we had so many people cross-post stuff to us. So
sounds like Nelson had an easy week.
Much appreciated. What fictional thing do you wish existed?
Oh, this is, I'm thinking small here.
Yeah.
But there's, in the movie The Fifth Element.
Oh, yes. Third boob. Wait, is that Fifth Element?
That's Total Recall.
I was getting confused.
You're thinking of, she's the one that has the white wraps around her boobs.
Oh, yeah. My brain said boobs.
Yeah.
And
Fifth Element boobs, how does this relate?
Yeah.
There's like a microwave, and she puts a plate in the microwave, and she presses a button, she says, chicken, and then she pulls out a roast chicken.
Yes. That is good.
Yeah.
That is a really good one. Yeah, I'd love something like that. There is, that's to say, I was watching that Afterlife. Nope, that's Ricky Gervais's one. It's on like Prime. It's about an upload. Re-upload. Upload?
Yeah. What's the boob situation in that one?
There's a lot of them. No, but that, has a similar thing. It's like 3D printing.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. I was like, that's good. And they actually have, because there's this one episode where they're sitting down to dinner and they have this really looks super delicious food, and they say, oh, this is Jamie Oliver's like pork belly something. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea in itself, right? That like you could still have food designed by a professional chef or something, and you print it out and have it at home. But what I thought was funny was they take a bite and they're both like, ew. And they're like, oh, I think you've run out of fat in your printer. You know, I was like, yeah, it's funny little detail, but you know, because I guess that's got to be the idea for anything like tangibly 3D printed in future, right? Like if you want actual materials, you need to go like molecular level and store those things in different cartridges. But yeah, that's a cool idea. I really like that.
Is there a thing that you wish was real?
Bear with me here. Mm-hmm. The Matrix.
Right. And if I was a guessing man, you'd stay in the Matrix.
Obviously, that's it.
You'd stay in the Matrix.
Have you seen the real world, Campbell? It looks like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Why didn't Morpheus word him up about that?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to see the real world? There's no going back. I'll take red pill, blue pill.
Yeah.
I should warn you, the real world is terrible.
Yeah. Oh, it sucks. Think about a post-apocalyptic world. That's it. That's what you'd be going to.
Are there robots trying to kill us at all times? Yes. Yes, there is.
Yes.
Do we live on a spaceship in the sewers? Also, yes.
Yeah, true.
But are there a lot of people around? No.
Yeah.
Want to come?
Yummy food?
Yeah.
No way.
We'll have to wake you up from a bath of goo.
Yeah.
You'll have all these plugs in you.
Yeah, painful.
And you will, the best part of your day will be going back into the Matrix.
Yeah. Because you'll be able to get out of hell. Okay. But bear with me here.
Yeah.
Matrix exists. I stay inside the Matrix, but I know it exists.
Yeah.
And multiple things can happen.
Yep.
For one, I could have information uploaded to my brain. I love the idea of that.
So
I know Kung Fu.
The problem with that is, I think, you need to get out of the Matrix and find someone and then get plugged back into the Matrix.
Yes. Don't worry, though,
Yeah.
Cambo, because in the first movie, Agent Smith promises Cypher that he can be re-uploaded to the Matrix.
Yes.
So there must be a way to, like, permanently go back, but then also have the ability to, like, before that, upload all the fun stuff.
Yes, it is also possible he was lying to him to get him to do what he wants.
He's a computer. He can't like him.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. That's a detail they don't tell you about in the film because it just doesn't come up because the computers don't lie.
Think about it now, people. Mm-hmm. Did Agent Smith ever lie?
Did he ever lie? Mind blown. People are like, oh my God, they've stopped listening and they've gone back to rewatch The Matrix #1 just to make sure that there are no lies told. But I guarantee you, not one lie told. That's it. Anywho, actually, I think the most recent movie, it's all about lies, isn't it?
Shut the fuck up. Our argument's falling apart.
I don't like to think the last movie is canon. So.
And anything that actually disproves us in the original films is not canon.
I refuse to believe it. Anywho, because I like that idea to just be able. There's probably another movie out there that just has that as a futuristic tech.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like the idea of just being able to upload information to my brain, learn something new. But I feel like what would be important actually is that I feel like having infinite knowledge then almost makes it worthless. Like you actually need to be restricted almost by the things that you can, know or learn the most about, because then that creates like diversity in a culture and things like that. That's why I thought it'd be good if it was the Matrix, because then obviously most people wouldn't have the same level of knowledge that I do, because I would be like,
would you trade that in for the limitless pill?
That's a good one, although it can result in death.
Yeah, but I think if I remember that film correctly, he took enough that he was smart enough to find the cure. To the limitless pill, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So I would.
So now it's Bradley Cooper who is cured is offering you the limitless pill. So you're like, oh, well, now I know this is a good one.
Yeah. Okay. That's good. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, actually, that's nice. Not even necessarily just having knowledge injected into your brain, but having the capability to like understand stuff better, increase your intelligence. Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. So your choice of something you wish existed was something to give you untapped potential, intelligence. Mine was a microwave that gave me chicken.
Yeah, but don't worry, Cambo, because if mine comes true, I'll make that microwave thing for you.
Now, the thing is, they only have that microwave in one scene where she puts a plate and she says chicken, roast chicken comes out.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that microwave works. If someone puts a plate and says lamb curry, does a roast chicken still come out?
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Maybe.
What is that? Oh, it's the roast chicken machine. Yeah. You put an empty plate in, a roast chicken will come out.
Yeah.
I still want it.
It is voice activated and you have to always say roast chicken, but that's what happens. Yeah, that's true. Also teleportation. We can put that out there.
Yep.
That'd be a nice one to have.
Yep.
Anyway, let's move on to Today I Advice.
So now it's time for Today I Learned.
Today I Learned.
And also sometimes advice.
This Today I Learned is by Lady M8. Today I learned about Janet Stevens, a hairstylist turned hairstyle archaeologist. She visited a museum in 2001 and realized historians were wrong about hairstyles on Greek and Roman statues being wigs. She recreated the styles and published her findings in the Journal of Roman Archaeology.
Sounds like a hair nerd to me.
Bloody hair nerd, am I right, Cambo?
That's great.
Yeah.
Have you heard that thing as well with like Roman and Greek statues is people always perceive them as like white marble statues. Mm-hmm. But lately there's been people that have been saying that they actually probably were colored and over the years, they have faded.
Right, like they were painted. Or
They were
something.
painted.
Yeah.
And it does actually make sense to me.
Yeah, that
like-
maybe they would.
Yeah.
Do you see any? I don't know. That's so weird.
Well,
though,
no, because statues now are all...
Because people are like, we love the au
that's
naturel.
the statue look. But yeah, there is some evidence to suggest that there's like pigments and stuff in some of the stone in some of these statues that said that they probably actually were fully painted.
That's why they're always naked, because they drew the clothes on camera. We thought they were just a bit naughty, but no, the clothes were painted
Statue
on
of David had
afterwards.
quite a cool, funky T-shirt on,
Yeah.
pair of jeans.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting. I just loved this one too because I think it's so cool and interesting how there's so many sort of facets to I don't know, like understanding the world in general.
Yeah.
But
I reckon I've got it.
I reckon I've got
Yeah.
it too. No, and just the idea that somebody who was just obviously passionate about hairstyles and came across something and was like, no, like I reckon I could do that hairstyle, and I reckon there wasn't a wig. Like I just love that idea that sometimes a passion or an interest somebody has can actually change the way that the world is viewed, because rather than somebody having a certain talent, like there's obviously been historians that research in a certain way, look at history in a certain way, and that's how they get into that field. But obviously then you've almost got like a particular mindset, like obviously not saying every historian in the world can be fit into one square, but like there would be a certain subset you would imagine of like talent.
What if that square said all historians?
Yes. Oh, then they would fit into it. But it makes you think about the idea of like, well, should we be getting specifically hairstylists to look at like microbiology or something? Because maybe they're like, they have some insight that biologists don't have a sight. Like I think to me this was not about like the point itself, while obviously very interesting, but it's about the way that we view the world, and we have research given to us in a certain way for so long, but sometimes it just takes an outside point of view from the people that are dedicate their life to it that can actually change something.
It makes me wonder, and I don't diminish this discovery at all. I think it's really interesting.
Yeah.
But what is the most pointless discovery that's ever been made?
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
it'd be funny to be
that
like,
statues didn't have wigs. Is pretty up there for pointless.
It's like, what did you do? Well, people thought that these ancient Greeks wore wigs, and I proved that they probably didn't.
Yeah. I do think it's funny, actually, sometimes when I saw some like random documentary somewhere, they're like, I don't know, in Ireland digging up just these fields, and they're
for any reason or just
for the hell of it, and then they do this like 3D recreation or digital recreation of what it would look like back in the day, and it's just a street, like it's just a road, like there was once an ancient road here. I'm like, we didn't need to find that, did we? Like,
imagine if someone's like, I've done tons of research, turns out Alexander the Great isn't left-handed.
Yeah.
He was right-handed.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
take that how you will.
Yeah. But he used to write with his hands behind his back. Yeah. And that's why people thought he was left-handed.
But also found out that rumor wasn't true.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
But yeah, it's funny because like, while I value and think history is so important in its own right, it really, truly is, there is this element of like, well, like there's a lot of history that we learn that like might not be relevant. We don't need to know. We don't necessarily need to. It's interesting, but we don't necessarily need to know that road exists or that those wigs were whatever.
And all of that history the purpose it serves, honestly, is to feature on QI.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I guess
like
in
that.
association, No Such Thing as a Fish.
Yeah, yeah.
As the podcast spin-off.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where that history belongs.
That's what
We're
that's
like,
what
no,
we
they
need
actually
it
used to
for.
think they were wigs, but this lady discovered they weren't. And you go, oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, dinner time conversation
Yeah.
is what that sort of history is for. Yeah, but it's funny. But I guess the idea is like, oh, but that might be relevant to something that's important in future about
Possibly.
understanding. So I feel like, that's what they tell themselves anyway. So we know it's useless. All right, let's get to shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, 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 shower thoughts, 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 shower thoughts, 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 shower thoughts, thoughts, thoughts.
This shower thought was cross-posted to us by Gone Emotionally, but it was originally by Abowser1. There might be a picture of you already taken that will be used at your funeral.
Ooh. Do you know what your funeral picture would be? Or do you have a favorite picture of you that you always use?
I think maybe, I don't know, actually.
Should we take them?
Oh.
We'll set some time aside and take photos of each other that specifically they're like, these are good funeral photos.
If we ever die, these are the ones you use.
So my granddad passed recently,
Yeah.
and his photo was a picture of, or the one that they used on the program was like a picture of him. He's got a little drink in his hand doing a cheers. It's like a good,
Right.
happy celebratory.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the kind of picture I think that people always like
Right, yeah,
in
yeah.
a funeral booklet.
I think we go the opposite end.
Yeah,
I think
we look
take
sad. Do we take pictures of us lying down, arms crossed,
Yeah,
eyes closed?
Yeah, that's a good one. I was thinking more like I'm holding a bloody knife. I'm covered in blood, Cambo. And I'm looking at the camera as if I've been caught murdering somebody.
Yeah.
That's the sort of one that I
Okay,
want in my funeral.
I'll take a picture of you like that. If you take a picture of me wearing a shirt saying "I'm alive and I'll never die,"
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Or just butt naked. Nobody ever has butt naked photos at a funeral.
oh yeah, shirt on, no pants.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's the kind of funeral picture that I want. I thought, okay, this is really pretty dark, I think.
Okay.
But I read this shower thought and I was like, I should probably bring this up on the podcast and admit my shame, basically. The other day, my sister-in-law posted some photos to our family chat of my nephews, and they're very cute. And one nephew, he was just like sitting there. It was like kind of a full body photo. He's looking really cute. He's smiling at the camera. I was like, if he got abducted, that's the photo they'd use.
Yeah.
It came into my mind and I was like, I'm the worst uncle for thinking that. But honestly, that'd be a great one because you see he's like full height. He's a happy, cute kid. You want people to see that photo.
If you ever want to prove it,
yeah,
abduct him.
I'll abduct him. And
Wait
when
for the
they use
picture to
photo
come out.
back,
I knew it.
Guys,
you can go.
I've got him. I just wanted to see what picture you should use.
Obviously, I abducted him. I did have to rough him up a bit.
Yeah. Just slapped him around. Oh, my poor nephew Milo. He's so cute. Okay, here's another one. This is by Tiberoni. Underwear and socks come in resealable bags, but cereal and potato chips don't. What kind of a world do we live in? You know what? I'm going to go back to our previous Ask Reddit thing.
Yeah.
Future technology, cereal bags that reseal.
That's
got to be in a movie
I'm
somewhere.
going to go back to underwear coming in resealable bags.
Yeah, I feel like they do. You know, there's like Bonds ones that like will have a little like clip.
The ones I get just come in a cardboard box. Technically,
in a cardboard box.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you go to like a store or something, and they'll like be hung up on a little hanger thing, and it's got a little bag.
Mine hang up in a cardboard box.
How do they hang up in a cardboard box?
They got a little plastic hook on the top. I wear Calvin Klein underwear, and they just come in a cardboard box.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah. Sorry. A gold box.
Right. No, I feel like I've seen these. I feel like actually, for some reason, Bonds is coming to mind as a brand that I think does this in particular.
And
I feel like I've seen, and yeah, it's not
I
all
feel
socks
like
and undies, but
yeah, that's true. I guess maybe this says more about me than anything, but the underwear and socks I buy don't come in resealable bags.
right. Well, Cambo, that's
my socks
that's
come
environmentally unconscious.
No, my
of
socks
you.
come loose. They you just pick up. They've got like a little clip.
Cambo, that's somebody else's socks you picked up.
Well, they fit, so
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, right?
yeah. It's that's fair enough. Potato chips, Cambo, why aren't they resealable?
Yeah, so much so that they have to invent the clip. You know, the clip that people put on bags?
Yeah.
Why?
What? Guys, invent a resealable chip bag.
Oh, no, don't.
Actually, you know what? The truth
Don't.
is, I'm eating them all anyway.
No. I'm saying don't invent that, Nelson, because we'll invent it.
Oh, we'll invent it. Well, we won't invent it, but somebody invent it and then give it to us.
We'll outsource it to some manufacturer.
We'll allow a credit to you, dear listener, that gets this production rolling and gives us all the rights to it.
How do you feel about the fact that once you open a can of drink, you'll have to commit to finishing that drink? A bottle, screw the lid back on. You're good to go.
Yeah,
Cans, given my location, sometimes make me nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I crack, because I don't, especially because cans are normally like, Coke or something.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't drink Coke very quickly. So if I open a bottle of Coke, that's like a whole day thing for me.
Yeah.
So if I open a can of Coke, I'm like, I'm committing to being here for quite some time. Which is why I'm very fond now of the mini cans of Coke.
Oh yeah, they're good. Yeah.
Even they last me the regular time a can of Coke would last someone.
Yeah. I would. The truth is, I've decided. Okay, cereal, good. We need resealable bags. Chips, I'm always 100% of the time just going to eat all of them.
Depends how
basically. Big. Yeah, but even if it's big enough, then I've got people over and I'm just pouring them all into a bowl anyway.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's the smaller one. It's just me.
Bigger bags of chips, technically better value. So you could be buying bigger bags, having some that would be a regular bag, resealing it, saving money.
Yeah, no, Cambo, I'm telling you, I'm going to eat them all.
Which is why, to be honest,
more money.
Which is why, to be honest, the chip industry will never do resealable chip bags. Because you would save money.
Yeah, that's true. Anywho, let's move on into podnapping.
Oh my God, I'm being podnapped.
Podnapping.
This is Podnapping, where we nap a pod. We take a topic of conversation or a segment from another thing, and we do it ourselves. I've just thought that mine's quite long, like 10 minutes. So let's go straight into it.
Okay.
It's a quiz thing.
Sorry, emails.
Like I did 2 weeks ago on Sporkle. Great. Sporkle, where you get all your sporkling needs.
And podnappings.
We're sponsored by them, by the way. Okay, this one is Cryptic Movie Title Meanings 3.
Okay.
I skipped 1 and 2.
Yeah, I don't need them.
Yeah.
I love it. The opening is like, you all know how this works by now. Let's get straight into it.
Exactly. This one, theoretically, we've got 10 minutes of time. I think you might get this. So, Cam, I'm going to give you the cryptic title, movie title, I guess. And then also I can give you the year that it was released, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, let's go. We've got 10 minutes, but, if you can speed it up, that'd be great. The animated character / movie takes its name for Waste Allocation Load Lifter, Earth Class.
Wally.
Wally. From a wish list of things the movie's elderly main characters wish to do before they die.
The bucket list.
Bucket list. Got it. No connection to the film at all. The title refers to a scene in the original book where 2 of the heroin addicts meet an old drunkard in the Leith Central Railway Station. Yes, train. Okay. Sorry. The annoying thing about this is that I have to type them in. And also this week I'm on my phone, so apologies. The Latin word for unconquerable, specifically in reference to an 1888 poem that gave strength
Invictus.
and hope to the movie's long imprisoned hero as he tried to unite his country. Invictus. Good one, Cambo. Peckinpah's home invasion thriller title comes from Chinese ceremonial objects from Lao Tzu. Heaven and earth are not humane and regard the people as...
Parasite?
Oh my God. No.
So can you read that again?
Yes, I will. Peckinpah's home invasion thriller's title comes from Chinese ceremonial objects, from Lao Tzu. Heaven and earth are not humane and regard the people as... Oh, okay, I can give you a clue. I'll give you the years.
Sure.
This might give you a clue because 1971/2011. Heaven and earth are not humane and regard the people as...
1971, 2011.
What was released in 2011? Quick, just rattle them off.
Thor, I don't know.
Okay, we can come back to that one.
Okay.
We discover late in this thriller that the heroine still wakes up from nightmares of dying sheep. And if she can save a young woman, maybe she'll experience...
Silence of the Lambs.
The silence of the lambs. Got it. It's never clear what Bruce Willis meant by this title, but he only did Die Hard 4 if they would allow him to use its original subtitle, this, for his own Africa set actioner. I'm not sure. Okay, let me read that again.
So is this a Die Hard movie? I'm confused.
I don't think it is.
What's the year?
It's like, okay, 2003. It's never clear what Bruce Willis meant by this title, but he only did Die Hard 4 if they would allow him to use its original subtitle, this, for his own actor.
Okay, 2003.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis. Oh, God.
I
don't know. I'm drawing a blank on early 2000s Bruce Willis movies.
Yeah.
I can think at 99, 2000. I'm okay. 2003.
Okay, let's get back to that one.
Okay.
This Halle Berry drama's title comes from a medieval English custom in which the night before a condemned man's execution, he received a farewell feast known as a...
Monsters Ball.
Oh, okay, nice. Good work. This early Ealing Studios comedy about a man who murders everyone between him and a dukedom takes its title from a line in Tennyson's 1842 poem, Lady Clara Vere de Vere. 1949, Cambo. It's an oldie.
Oof.
And comedy.
Between them and a dukedom.
Oh, shit. That's hard, right? That's an oldie. Okay, here's another one. From a poem by Edward Dowson and the romantic idea that the antebellum South is... This is old too. Shit. 1939.
Gone with the Wind.
Oh! The wind. Wind. Got it!
What was the rest of the clue?
No,
that's
what
it.
it is.
Okay.
Is the romantic idea that the antebellum South is gone with the wind.
Right.
Contributed by Steinbeck's wife.
Yep.
An allusion both to the fruit
East of
the
Eden.
desperate Okies are picking, and the second line of the battle hymn of the Republic. East of Eden?
Yep.
Eden.
Oh, no, Grapes of Wrath.
Oh, okay, yes.
Sorry, I got stuck on Steinbeck.
Of Wrath. This hugely successful ghost stories title comes from ESP, the so-called...
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense. After Timothy Dalton's Bond...
I'm assuming that's correct?
Yes, that was right.
Yep.
After Timothy Dalton's Bond almost kills a woman, he mutters, "Whoever she was, I must have scared blank out of her."
The Living Daylights.
The Living Daylights. This title refers not to the ceremony of removing the evil spirit, but to the person who does it.
The Exorcist.
Exorcist. The first line of Yeats' Sailing to Byzantium provides the title to this Coen Brothers modern western and best picture winner.
No Country for Old Men.
Oh. Country for Old Men. Many death rows are called The Last Mile, but the film's one was the color of tired old limes. Weird that they've phrased it like that. Oh no. Green Mile. It was called Mad Max 2 in Australia, but since the original was largely unknown in the US, it was retitled
The Road Warrior.
The Road Warrior. In this political thriller, the Red Chinese are controlling a US presidential election. Hence,
Red Dawn? What year?
1962.
Oh, okay.
In this political thriller,
Yep.
the Red Chinese are controlling a US presidential election.
Oh,
Hence,
the Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah, good one. Candidate. Ugh, how do I spell Manchurian? Oh yeah, like that. Oh, it doesn't. Oh yeah, that's right. Good. This title refers. Imagine if this was a smooth podcast, Cambo. This title refers not to glamour and. This title refers to not to. Is
it Breakfast at Tiffany's?
This title refers not to glamour and respect, but to the final act of a magic trick from the Latin
the Prestige.
for illusion. Prestige. The title of this Watergate thriller alludes to both the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme and Robert Penn Warren's similarly titled novel about Huey Long.
All the King's Men.
All the King's Men. No?
No?
No, doesn't look like it.
Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, wait. Maybe, sorry. No, I don't think so.
So political thriller alludes to...
Watergate thriller alludes to both the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme and Robert Penn Warren's similarly titled novel about Huey Long.
I've just gone through Humpty Dumpty in my head.
Yeah.
I can't think of what else the line would be.
Sat on a wall.
Yeah, Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. He had a great fall. All King's horses, all the King's men. Couldn't put Humpty together again.
I don't know. Watergate thriller. I can't think of a Watergate thriller.
Yeah. What year?
1976. Oh, we've only got 57 seconds. Okay, let's go through the other ones. These are the ones we missed. Peckinpah's home invasion thriller's title comes from Chinese ceremonial objects from Lao Tzu.
Straw Dogs.
Straw Dogs. Oh, Cambo, you've got it. It's never clear what Bruce Willis meant by this title, but he only did Die Hard 4 if they would allow him to use its original subtitle, for his own Africa set action.
Tears of the Sun.
Tears
of the Sun.
Of the Sun.
No one
Obviously,
remembers Tears
Cambo.
of the Sun.
This early Ealing Studios comedy about a man who murders everyone between him and a dukedom takes its title from a line in Tennyson's 1842 poem, Lady Clara Vere de Vere. 12 seconds.
Is it Tears of the Sun?
Oh, it is!
Fuck, no, this one's got me.
Yeah, I mean, it's 1949.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even born then, Nelson.
I wasn't even born. Okay, we're pretty close. Okay, so these are the ones we missed. This early Ealing Studios comedy about a man who murders everyone between him and a dukedom takes its title from a line in Tennyson's 1842 poem Lady Clara Vere de Vere, King Hearts and Coronets.
Oh.
Yeah. It took me a second, but I don't know this one.
Yeah.
Cambo, you're going to kick yourself, I think, because you were so close. The title of this Watergate thriller alludes to both the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme and Robert Penn Warren's similarly titled novel about Huey Long. What did you originally say to me?
All the King's Men.
Yes, but...
All the King's Horses.
No, All the President's Men.
Oh, right.
So close. Anyway, we got 90%, and it said, you're a pathetic waste of time.
No. This website's pretty mean.
It hates people. Yes, that was my podnapping, and now we've gone over because Campo,
God damn it.
you were meant to get it within the 10 minutes.
Because I forgot Tears of the Sun.
You idiot. But that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Campo. We didn't have anybody write in this week, but if you'd like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, readitpodcast gmail.com. You can also reach us at Facebook, Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast. Subscribe and rate the show.
Yeah.
If you haven't already. Thanks for listening, and we will read you later.